So I'm Jane. I have been here for 6 years. I started as an apprentice. I wanted to do like theatre and education, so I went down the childcare route because I was always interested in it, and I knew quite a few people that worked here. So I did an apprenticeship about 6 years ago, and then 2.5 years later got a role as head of toddlers, which is the role that I'm in now. I also, along the way, have been the Apprenticeship Mentor, and I am now also the Wellbeing Champion, as well as being head of toddlers, which is essentially like looking out for the staff's well-being and like mentoring them through any difficult times that they've got. We use apprentices in our nurseries because I feel like it's a really good way to get people learning things from the very beginning, like bringing people in, being able to mould them the way that is appropriate for kind of childcare, what's good to know and not know. It's also a way to get people, if they're not sure what path they want to go down and they're almost like out of school. When I came, I was already like a fully grown adult living in the wild, so it was really good to be able to come in and be paid as well as learning things as well and getting an education too. So I think that's one of the main reasons that we do it as well, just because it's good to build people from like the ground up and really put in like the ethos that we have here from the beginning. The benefits for them and for us are we have got a loyal group of workers here because they've done their apprenticeships here and you can work through. You don't just have to go to college, you can get a lot of life experience as well, and it's not just the apprenticeship side of it, like doing the coursework, it's also being able to like know how to handle money and know how to handle like a day-to-day routine 9-to-5 job. How did they find it? I mean, I've always had really positive feedback from all of my apprentices. From being managing a room for the last 3.5 years, I've had quite a few apprentices come through and they've all been really positive with it. I found it really good, great communication. My girls that have gone through it have always spoken really highly of it, so I think they find it really well. So they get an hour out every single day where they can do their coursework. I also think supporting wise, most people that come here have done apprenticeships either with best practice at Snapdragons or somewhere else. So I think not only are we supporting them with giving them time out in the day, but also can support them by giving them help with the work that they've done that we've also done in the past. I do it. You know, it's a job that you've got to really have a passion for, and I just think it's such a rewarding thing to do. Like, it wasn't until that I was here and really established those relationships with not just children and parents, but people that you work with, that you realise how rewarding it is. Like teaching a child potty training or even like a song and then finishing it off for you. It's just such a rewarding job, and I think there's not many other jobs that come close to that in my experience. Oh, great. As someone that has apprentices that I'm having to kind of communicate with through best practice as well, everyone's responding really quickly. My guys always seem really happy. There's not like a big turnover of support, so they've got the same person that they're being able to see every time. And best practice are really great with being aware of kind of when we're busy, when we're quieter, not picking up at not having meetings like first thing in the morning or over lunches. But yeah, I just think it's been really easy and a really positive experience. So the Apprenticeship Tutors are really helpful with my teams, with my apprentices. They make sure they have regular meetings with them, either face-to-face or over like Zoom. Being able to give them workloads that suit to them, like almost personalising it. I've had obviously multiple girls come and go and guys come and go, and being able to kind of mould around what they can take on, I think has been really great. So I feel like best practice really help our setting by having great communication with us, being really polite when they're on the phones to us, and kind of understanding of what we need from our guys, and when we can give and take. So. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'd say, along with looking after the children, one of my other favourite things is mentoring my team. Like, I think being someone that came from an apprenticeship, not ever changing a nappy in my life, I think being able to then mentor those people that are in that similar situation is just as rewarding as looking after the children.